Welcome to another edition of the Willy Bragg Show. I'm your host, Willy Bragg. I hope everybody's doing well and looking forward to an awesome weekend for those who are lucky enough to be off this weekend. I, on the other hand, am not that lucky. But that's neither here nor there. I'll be tired, of course. But anyway, I see we have on the chat line. We have Warren on the chat line over here. We have Desert Mantis. We have Max Sarjay, Around the World with D and Friends. And glad to see everybody here. So anyway, and Warren says, he says that Colonel Mustard was always sus. And Max Sarjay says, from what I've heard, the Professor Plum in the closet for what's the umbrella. So anyway, basically what we're going to talk about is Brian Thompson, the asshole that ran United Healthcare until he became permanently expired the other morning. Was December 4th? Yeah, on Wednesday morning on his way to work. I basically went to a meeting on his way to the meeting, and they don't know who the hell shot him, but somebody shot him, and I think he's still on the loose. So I guess the best way to start this is with the details. The saying, the devil's in the details. So here we go. United Healthcare executive killed Manhattan in a target attack by Kyoto Gasha and Luke Gowen, December 4th, 6:18 p.m. Updated 2 days ago. All right. New York, December 4th, Reuters. Brian Thompson, CEO of United Health Insurance Unit, was killed on Wednesday morning outside the Midtown Manhattan hotel in what police describe as a targeted attack by a gunman lying in wait for him. Thompson, 50, was shot around 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time outside the Hilton on 6th Avenue, just before the company's annual investor conference. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police said the gunman was at large, and they were still investigating a motive. Gee, what could that motive be? What could it be? This does not appear to be a random act of violence, New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said at the press conference. Tisch. Every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack. Kind of like what insurance companies do to their clients. The suspect, wearing a mask and carrying a gray backpack, fled on foot before mounting an electric bike and riding into the Central Park, police said. The killing took place just hours before the city's annual Christmas tree lighting at Rockefeller Center, a few blocks away. A televised event that draws massive crowds. Police officials said that the event would proceed as planned under heavy security. Thompson's wife, Paulette, told NBC News that he had received some threats, though she did not know any specifics. You know what the purpose of private health insurance companies are, you would know about those specifics. Basically, I don't know. Lack of coverage, she says. I think she gets the idea. She's appearing to allude to the potential insurance-related motive, according to the network. I don't know the details. I just know that he said there were some people that had been threatening him. United Health is the largest U.S. health insurer provider, benefits of tens of millions of Americans who pay more for healthcare than any other country. Thompson had been the CEO of United Healthcare, a unit of United Health Corp, since April 2021. The company has been grappling with the fallout of a massive data hack with Change Healthcare unit that provides technology for U.S. health providers, disrupting medical care for patients and reimbursements to doctors for months. Specifically targeted. The gunman arrived outside the Hilton about 5 minutes before Thompson, and he ignored what other people walking by. He then shot Thompson in the back when he passed New York City police officers of Detective Joseph Kenny told reporters. It does appear that the victim was specifically targeted, but at this point, we don't know why, Kenny said. Oh, they don't know why. They don't know why. That's just funny. Let's see. The pistol appeared to be fitted with a silencer, according to the surveillance video, although Kenny said the use of the silencer could not be verified from the images. At 9 a.m., an hour after the United Health Conference started, Chief Executive Andrew Willy took the stage and announced the program was canceled because of very serious medical situations. Barrett Investment Analysis Michael Huff, who attended the United Health event, said the people were frightened, confused, and crying in the hotel hallway. At the time, we did not know what happened, when it happened, where it happened, and where it had happened. So we didn't even know that there was potentially a shooter in the actual building, he said. The company later removed photos of its leaders from the website. Probably a wise choice. Dave Ricks, CEO of pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly, who spoke at another business conference in New York Wednesday, said Thompson's killing was shocking. Just shocking. He was assassinated essentially in the secrets, in the street, going to his investor conference. Thompson had worked with United Health since 2004 in several divisions, according to the biography later removed from the company's websites. Our hearts go out to Brian's family and all those who were close to him, the company said in a statement. He said Thompson was an incredibly smart, talented healthcare leader with such a bright future ahead of him. The police department in Maple Grove, Minnesota, where Thompson lived, said it had no records of threats against him. And the Minneapolis Police Department said that there was no occurrence of Thompson in its records. Scrolling. In May, firefighters' pension fund in Hollywood, Florida, sued the company and 3 executives, including Thompson, accusing them of selling a combined of $120 million in company shares before the U.S. Department of Justice antitrust probe was disclosed publicly, according to the complaint. The shooter happened at the outset of New York's busy holiday season, expected to bring more than 7.5 million visitors to the city, according to the local tourism bureau. Heather Higginson, a visitor from London staying at the Hilton where the shooting occurred, said the violence was just shocking. That's not what you want to hear at Christmas, is it? It's very sad. New York's murder rate spiked after the COVID-19 pandemic, but has since dropped to pre-COVID levels. This year, 347 homicides were recorded in the city through December 1st, compared to 370 in the same period of 2023, according to the police data. Get weekly. Okay, so anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it, and basically, he was expired. I mean, he became an ex-CEO of United Health. Where I stand on this is the fact that, I obviously do not support taking violence into your own hands. I don't care how evil somebody is. You don't do that. I oppose capital punishment. So, and that would even include an asshole like Brian Thompson. Now, I'm not going to cry over his death. I'm not going to go and send my condolences to his family. If somebody wants to be sappy enough to do it, they can. I won't. I mean, maybe on a most human level, basic level, I don't want anybody to die. Nobody, not even the most evil person around. And he was fucking evil. I mean, I'll say it. Fuck Brian Thompson. And fuck all CEOs of private health insurance companies and people who belong to big pharma and people who are in any way involved in a private for-profit medical industrial complex. Fuck them all. I don't want them to be made unalive. I don't want violence against them. I want them in prison. I want their wealth of the company confiscated and put into a national health care system is what I want. But I don't want them to be harmed. And I don't think I'm unreasonable to say that. I don't think that makes me unreasonable. Anyhow, suffice to say, there are some tweets, and I forward a couple of them on Twitter. Yeah, I still tweet on Twitter because, it's going to be around until Blue Sky kicks in, really, the way it needs to. So Ken Klippenstein from The Intercept shared this tweet, and it shows the United Health Group, and I think this is from Facebook or something, because Twitter does not have the options of having these caring and crying and liking and loving and a smiley face emojis that Twitter, Twitter doesn't have that option. Facebook has got that option. Well, over here it says, we are deeply saddened and shocked at the passing of our dear friend and colleague, Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare. Brian was a highly respected colleague and a friend who worked with him. We are working closely with the New York Police Department, and ask for your patience and understanding during this difficult time. Our hearts goes out to Brian's family and all those who were close to him. And had a lot of people found it humorous. Look what we see here. 5.5 thousand people apparently like what happened. They were going, ha ha. And there were people that did the little sad emoji and the caring emoji and the like and dislike. But apparently the ha ha one is the one that got the most reaction. So apparently people are like fucking glad it's happened. And I don't blame them. It may be wrong, but I don't blame them. But here's my question. What about all the people who have suffered from private health insurance and predatory pharmaceuticals and, again, the private for-profit medical industrial complex? What about those people that have suffered? If they haven't died, they have been financially ruined for the rest of their lives. What about those people? There's no reason why we should have a private health insurance companies. This multi-tier systems that we have with using insurance companies, we shouldn't have them. We should not have them at all. We should eliminate private health insurance completely from the system. We should have never had them to begin with. We should nationalize the pharmaceutical industries. And we should actually make as much of everything dealing with healthcare as much of a public commodity or public service for the American people as it can be. I don't think we'll get there, but that's what should be done. Oh, Willy, that sounds like you want to do something like what they've done in Great Britain with the National Health Service, or what they've done in places like Cuba with their national health care system. You'd be right. That's exactly what I would want. But we're not going to get there because we don't have the fortitude or the will, and the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies are way too powerful, unfortunately. Until we can go and weaken their political influence, there's nothing that we can do. Former congressman, no, I don't know why I said former congressman. Former presidential candidate Dean Phillips of Minnesota. I forgot the number of district he's from. Doesn't matter. Had this to say. And oh boy, did he make me mad when he said what he said. He said, seems like leftists oppose killing terrorists in the Middle East, supports killing CEOs in Midtown Manhattan. Okay. Now I responded, shared this on Twitter. And I said, I am anti-war and I'm anti-death penalty. Insurance companies got more in common with terrorists than the left that you and others wants to scapegoat. Look at all the people that suffered by private medical and industrial complex. You're worthless. That's what I told Congressman Dean Phillips. And he's worthless. And anybody else who wants to sit there and punch left and to blame the left when... Here's the thing. We would have already had universal health care. That probably Brian Thompson would be alive. Think about it. I don't condone the violence. I don't condone violence. I want to make that clear. I don't condone violence. Violence is never the answer. Violence is never the answer. But you know, if you want to have an explanation, I'll provide an explanation. You have these insurance companies that solely exist to try to find ways to expunge money out of their clients. And when they need to have the health care taken care of, it's not there for them. That's what they're there to. That's what they exist to do. They're there to do everything in their power not to cover you when you need them to. I don't get it when I hear people say, well, people want to keep their private health insurance. They love their private health insurance plan. If they love their private health insurance plan, they are mentally fucking retarded. They are. How the hell can somebody sit there and say, I love my private health insurance plan? Don't you take away my private health insurance. I like paying money to the insurance company, and when I need to have my injury covered or go to the doctor or get an operation, I love it when the insurance company says denied. That's how low information some Americans are. They deserve to be mocked. These people deserve to be mocked. Can't have nice things in this country, like a national healthcare system. We can't be a normal country. Normal countries make sure everybody's covered with healthcare. We're not a normal country, and they got people out here in this country that has convinced a significant number of Americans that if you favor healthcare, you favor evil. What is evil is having the present for-profit system of healthcare that we have. It is so fucking evil that a person died a couple of days ago. And that person died because other people were dying because of decisions that he made. Using AI technology to deny coverage after the doctor says, hey, you're supposed to get this medication. It'll help you. And then they'll use the AI and say, oh, we're not going to cover it. But you got people that'll be like, well, how dare you question the enterprise system and try to disrupt this machine called free enterprise. Fuck free enterprise. In terms of healthcare, especially. Now, do I think that Walmart should be nationalized? I hate Walmart. There's nothing, I wouldn't favor it. Would I favor it to be unionized or have it turn into a co-op? Sure. Now, Amazon needs to be part of the U.S. Postal Service as far as I'm concerned. you know, as I said, I would nationalize the oil companies. Large sectors of the energy sector, I would have nationalized. I wouldn't nationalize every single thing. I wouldn't nationalize Pizza Hut or McDonald's or Starbucks or Ace Hardware. I wouldn't even nationalize the three main automakers. Nor even Tesla. I'd defund the hell out of Elon Musk if I could. But the thing about it is, people realize, and people are realizing what's the cause of the problems in this country. And the number one cause is private health insurance. We can't have even a public option because, you have a Republican Party that's not going to have health. They're going to make damn sure we're not going to have anything. And some Democrats are not that much better than Republicans on that question. So that's where we're at here in this country right now. So I don't know what to do. One thing I will say, this video will be short because I need to take a nap before work. And so I'll talk to some of y'all here on the chat line. We have Chuck Intergalactic UFO Show. You'll never catch Rollo Tomasi. He's in the wind. Okay. So there you have it. Right now, I don't know what it's going to take for this country to do what's right. You had a pandemic. Nothing was done. I mean, you got people who lost their health coverage because it was tied to their job. Oh, we saw these companies get $4.5 trillion, but apparently we can't afford universal health care, even though we've been giving it to countries like Iraq and Afghanistan, and we fund their Medicare for All system, and we fund the universal health care systems of Ukraine currently, and our billions that we give to Israel funding their universal health care system. But we can't have a universal health care system here in this country. That shit doesn't add up, folks. It's not adding up. So anyway, as I said, I'm going to cut this video short tonight because I had some pizza earlier and I'm hungry. I mean, not hungry, but I'm sleepy and I need to have a cat nap before work. So I'll say that I'll go. Today's Friday. I'll be streaming again on Monday. I might surprise y'all with a stream. I don't know. If I had the energy, I might surprise y'all with a stream sometime this weekend. But and of course, Braggland will be on again on Tuesday. So, sorry about that. I think it's because I got the central heat on in here too, and it's making me sleepy as well. If you like what you heard, please press like and comment. Comment any ways you disagree with what I have to say. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it because we are, in fact, the muckrakers of our time. Right now, we're getting to close to 900. So if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and it'll carry us over to 900. You can also follow me in my other platforms that I'm on as well, which is, you know where to find it. And to always reject corporate media because they have absolutely nothing whatsoever to offer. Let's work together to try to fully free and pardon Ed Snowden. And while he's free, he needs to also still be pardoned. We're referring to Julian Assange. We need to tirelessly work together for a freed Palestine and for the United States to become a normal country to have universal health care, free health care for all, and to preserve that First Amendment. Because free speech is disappearing. We must fight like hell to preserve it. So, y'all take care. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.